everyone, it is I, the father, in this father-daughter duo. I've had a bit of work done, but do not fear, I am a middle-aged man.
You could have fooled me, I love the Botox.
So, we saw
Truth or Dare.
Yeah, and honestly, it was a lot better than I was expecting it to be.
I walked into this, feeling obligated to see it, to review it, thinking it was going to be cheesy because everything Tyler Posian is a little cheesy, but it was not.
No offense, but yeah, it's my favorite kind of movie for sure. Horror movies are our thing. The actual middle-aged man does not have the stomach for it like we do. So I was really hoping they would do it well, and I mean, it was pretty good. The jump scares were good. It's very amusing to watch in a theater full of people.
That was true.
You get to hear everyone's reactions. Some of the things were unexpected unless you have the gift that she and our father share, which is knowing everything before it happens.
I did predict everything the first half of the movie, but as it went, it got a little harder. I didn't catch the ending, but I did catch a lot of the stuff in the beginning.
Yeah, I was fairly surprised with most of it. The acting was pretty good. Usually that kind of movie that's not
acting.
Yeah,
they're screaming, they're crying.
Mm-hmm.
You know they're thinking about their childhood pet dying.
It's usually a lot of fake crying, like they're being forced to do it kind of a thing. If it's not a well-known actor, A-list celebrity, something like that, then usually the acting is a little questionable and you have the typical girl scream, but we didn't get any of that.
That's true. I noticed it was refreshing and I couldn't even tell why.
You didn't even hear that really canned scream of every man in every movie kind of ever. It could be a romance movie and you hear that one guy screaming in the background, but that wasn't there either, so that was enjoyable for sure.
Practically my only complaint with the movie would be it took a little getting used to at the beginning for editing and cameras and switching back and forth was a little disorienting. Maybe we were sitting too close to the front, I don't know, I just felt like that. But when you get used to it, it really sets the tone for the movie and ultimately is a really good choice. So, leave it to the professionals.
Yeah, it wasn't like sketchy filming that you see sometimes where it's just like those really needy shots where they're trying way too hard. I mean, overall, I enjoyed it. I will say a couple of things. First thing is trigger warning for anyone who has triggers about suicide, because they did address that more than once in detail, which is not something I was expecting. Still, it was good in the movie, but if you're sensitive about that, then I would recommend either waiting until it comes out and skipping scenes with someone who's already seen it, or just, I guess, not seeing it. Also, it is not a movie that I would necessarily say it's for children, and I shouldn't have to say this, but there were multiple children in that theater, to which I was thinking back on my childhood and thinking how much more traumatized I was with littler things. And kids just take that stuff really seriously. So if you have any kids...
I was feeling judgy, but I wouldn't let my kids see this.
If you have any kids that are, under the age of what it's supposed to be viewable for the movie, it would be scary for younger kids and maybe adult males, as we see from the absence of the one in this room.
I was impressed he saw A Quiet Place.
I was as well, but he didn't sit next to us, so we have no idea how he handled that one. So, how many stars?
7.5. I probably will not be owning it in the future, but I do, however, strongly recommend seeing it.
I would give it a 7.
You take that.
I would give it a 7. I really like that kind of movie, so I would not mind owning it because it's just my type of movie, and I probably would watch it a couple more times. Yeah. So if you have any opinions on the movie after you see it, let us know in the comments. And if you would like to see more of me opposed to the middle-aged man, then feel free to let us know. If you haven't already, subscribe and share it with people you know so that you can see more of this team and that team and all the average Joes.